What's crack-a-lackin', everyone? I'm Don Ferguson, and welcome to the Teak Life Cantina Bar for an all-new episode of Something New. Alrighty, what are we trying today? We're gonna bring it over. It's like a locomotive. Whoa, look at that presentation. Tuyo #1. I've had this on my wish list for a long time. People, we're trying perfume. Look at that. It's a beautiful perfume box. Look at that. Tuyo Tequila Blanco Cristalino. Oh man. So this is not perfume, but look at that presentation. Does it not remind you of perfume? That might not be a bad thing. I don't know, but there is a lot to talk about. Let's get to talking about it. Tuyo #1. Okay, it's kind of, oh man, look at it. It's like putting your fingers in and trying to get in something tight. Oh, all right, we got it out. And we're gonna save this for a minute because we're gonna talk about the presentation. There's no doubt about it. Set it right there. Tuyo #1. Now this is a Tequila Blanco Cristalino. We haven't had many Cristalinos on the platform, and how in the hell is it a Blanco Cristalino? That just doesn't make sense. It actually does, and we are going to tell you all about it. This is something super duper new. Don't let the Chanel bottle fool you. This is from a distillery that is the most awarded distillery in all of Mexico. I'm talking about Casa Maestri, NAM 1438, and they use a unique blend of the highland and the lowland agave. Stop. Let's not even talk about how it is a Blanco Cristalino. We need to talk packaging. And yes, it does look like an amazing decanter, a perfume decanter, if you will. But if you see some of those bougie movies where they walk over to their bar and the glass, I haven't even opened it yet. I don't even know if this is definitely glass, but they open it and then they pour out their 4,000-year-old bourbon or scotch. It's usually scotch, and then they give it to somebody, and it's like, I don't even know if I want to drink it because it's worth $14 billion. True story. Box. I told you we were coming back to the box. You pop open this box. It is absolutely beautiful. You know, it's like Shawshank Redemption when he was hiding the little tool to get out of it. It's carved out like it was in the Bible. And it's just got a lot of great things about it. Now, here, little gold plaque. I don't know. What do you call that? Like a gold plaque. Tuyo Tequila Cristalino Collection Agave. Okay, you're not going to believe this. So around the neck, can you pick that up? There is an actual, and it says right here, a 14 karat gold necklace, agave Swarovski crystal. Swarovski crystal. I couldn't even say it, I was that excited. Who does that? Only NAM 1438 and Tuyo Tequila. Enough about the packaging. It is beautiful, but it's about the juice. So let's pop tops like we're on spring break here, people. Is it a screw? What is it? My God, this, finally. It is a tight seal, which is good, but when it comes to glass and you have a glass topper, it's glass, and then a glass bottle, I always get a little nervous when it is that tight of a seal because you don't want to crack it, you don't want to break this off. I have a funny story of like a $400 tequila that we tried one time, and this little piece got caught in there. The brand representatives were completely embarrassed. I don't want to embarrass myself, but wow, it's coming out. I can smell something going on here. Clear Blanco Cristalino. And if you know anything about Cristalinos, I'm using my Rabbit Hole distillery, and it looks like water, but I promise you, it is not water at all. Now, with it being a Cristalino, that means there's somewhere along the line, look at that. See, it's like super tough to get into. So if you get this at home, I think it's a limited edition, but if you get it at home, just be careful. Don't cut yourself. color. Well, as we talked about, it is clear. Now this is a Blanco Cristalino, and I'm going to explain that. It is rested for 30 days in American white oak barrels. Then it goes through a filtration process and it removes all of the colors from the barrel. I know what you're asking. I can hear you at home. How can it be a Blanco if it's rested for 30 days? All right, people, calm down. It can. So actually there are brands out there, and it's just kind of on the horizon of what's going on, is they are resting a little bit now. You can take it, rest it 15 days in a barrel. It might give it a little hint of color, but you can absolutely rest it in something and still call it a Blanco as long as it's rested under 60 days. That's how Tuyo #1 tequila. Now, is it Tuyo #1 or is it they're just selling it #1? I don't know. It's like a jersey number. Maybe they just think they're #1. That, my friends, is exactly how Tuyo tequila can make a Cristalino Blanco. Now, the filtration process, as far as with Cristalinos, it does get a little tricky because there are some tequila enthusiasts or purists out there that say it does strip it of some of its flavor profile, some of those characteristics that you get in a barrel. Now, with a Cristalino, the sole purpose of going through that filtration process is actually to enhance the fruity and the floral tones of the juice. Why don't you just drink a Blanco then? Why do you have to do all that? I don't have all the answers. I have some of them. But look, you're at home, you drink how you want to drink. We're going to try this Cristalino. Aroma. It is floral. It's got nice fruity tones. I'm picking up that herbaceousness. I'm picking up agave. Now, they use a highland and a lowland, so that's going to affect it. That's something, you know, quite different. This is, I can pick up those minerals. So you're getting the minerals from the soil that the lowland agave is grown in. And typically in the highlands, you're getting fruity, you're getting floral, you're getting, you know, a little bit sweeter of a nose on it, or a taste profile as well. Yeah, so this is 80 proof. It's twice distilled. They cook the agave in stone brick ovens and autoclave ovens as well. And they use that deep well water, which I can actually pick up. I'm picking up, and that's where some of that minerality is coming from as well. So it smells a lot like a Blanco. So I'm not picking up any oak tones. Now I know it was only rested for 30 days. But I'm not picking that up. Let's just go in and taste because it's so unique and so different. And it's a beautiful presentation. A little bit of pepper. Ooh, well, definitely a little bit of pepper. I'm tasting the fresh roasted agave, so I'm getting that vegetal. So vegetal, what it means is like if you cut the agave and roast it on an open pit fire, you know, like you're Chef Gordon Ramsay for about an hour, and then you can still taste it. You can taste that fresh agave. That's what I'm talking about. It does have a little bit of citrus, but there's quite a bit of pepper, in my opinion. So let's go in for round number 2. I'm getting a little bit of that roasted agave, some fresh cut agave, so I'm getting the vegetal tones of it. It's a little bit fruity, little subdued. I'm not picking up much oak whatsoever, and that's where they kind of talk about this process of going through a filtration process and stripping it of, you know, some of the characteristics. And this, in my opinion, is really tasting quite a bit like a Blanco. 3 is the charm. Let's see if it is. So, a little bit of stone fruit, like melon, you know, something like that. It is kind of spicy. So I'm getting more almost like lowland forward. Some of those minerals from the volcanic soil, typically it's volcanic. I'm not getting much from those barrels. And it's really truly sipping, to me, in my honest opinion, like a Blanco. Now, obviously, if it was rested 5, 6, 7, 8 months, whatever like that, you could probably pick up. Seeing as this is only aged for 30 days, you're not going to pick up any of those barrel tones. And that's really, when I was doing my research, that's kind of what I thought. How am I going to pick up? Because 30 days, it's just not a lot. For it to contract and, expand, it just, you're not going to get a lot in the juice, and then you strip it out. It's just so young, so you're not really tasting it whatsoever. You caught me again. I'm just trying to, see what I like about it. And for me, it is more or less like a Blanco. It is something that would probably go great in an old-fashioned because it does have some pepper. I am picking up a little bit of that char, a little bit of the roast, so the smoked agave, which would go great in a couple of cocktails like an old-fashioned or a smoky Paloma, something like that. On its own, you might want to tone it down. Even though it's only 80 proof, you may want to tone it down with a whiskey rock or, maybe an ice cube if you want to dilute it a little bit. So, buy or nah? I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't know the price point of it, but if it's over 50, 60 bucks, I probably wouldn't buy it. I don't know for sure what the price point is. So my glass is down to the down, and that wraps up another episode of Something New here in the Teak Life Cantina. Tuyo #1 Cristalino Blanco. Not bad. You get some of that sweetness up front, a little bit peppery, a little bit too much pepper for my taste buds, but I think it'll go great in some cocktails. Man, maybe I can make a very spicy jalapeno habanero margarita. That might just be the ticket. If you want to see what's coming up on future episodes of Something New here in the Teak Life Cantina Bar, be sure to follow us on social media. They're all flashing right here. Come on, you're on social media, right? If you want to drop us a line, or if you're a brand that wants to get here or there in line for a tasting, email us. I will probably have somebody reply by carrier pigeon. It's too short to drink bad liquor? I don't. Choose wisely, my friends. Honey, I got you something really nice. It's a necklace you've always wanted. Shh, don't tell. We'll see you on the next episode. Cheers.